Hello friend, today we shall discuss about topic the comparison of Agile with Waterfall methodology. Friend, Agile and Waterfall are two different approaches for managing and completing the projects, especially in software development projects. First we talk about Waterfall model. The Waterfall model is a linear and a sequential approach where each phase of the project must be completed before the next one begins. So the phases are requirement gathering, which means understanding what is needed by the customer. Design means planning how to build the solution. Implementation means building the solution. Testing, checking the solution works as expected. Deployment, releasing the solution to the users. And maintenance, fixing issues and making improvements here. Here, friend, notice one thing that let me give you a very simple example that you are building a house. So for requirement gathering, decide on the type of house, the number of rooms and other details. So obviously you have to sit with the customer and try to understand his requirement. Then design means creating a blueprints and plans for the house, which means architecture basically. Then implementation means build the foundation, walls, roof and other structure. Testing means inspect the house to ensure everything is built correctly and working properly. Deployment move into the house. And maintenance means fix any issues like leaky pipes or broken windows as well. Now if we talk about agile model, is basically the agile model is an iterative or flexible approach. The project is broken down into smaller parts called sprints, which typically last 2 to 4 weeks. Each sprint results in a working piece of the project. Phases in each sprints are planning, means decide what to do in the sprint. Design, plan how to implement the task. Development, build the features. Testing, test the new features. Review, evaluate the sprint's work. Retrospective, discuss what went well and what could be improved. Example are developing a mobile application. Sprint 1, plan and develop the login functionality. Sprint 2, plan and develop the user profile feature. Sprint 3, plan and develop the messaging feature. Each sprint produces a working part of the app, allowing for adjustments based on feedback and changing requirements. So the key differences are with respect to approach. Waterfall is a linear and a sequential approach. Agile is an iterative and a flexible approach. Flexibility means waterfall changes are difficult to incorporate once the project has started. Agile means easily accommodates changes even late in the project. Delivery means waterfall deliver the final product at the end of the project. Agile delivers working piece of the product regularly. Customer involvement means that waterfall limited involvement after initial requirements are gathered. Agile continuous environment with regular feedback and collaboration. Here you will notice that in the agile the customer involvement is much more as compared to waterfall. Basically this is the approach of the project actually. Then risk management, waterfall higher risk as problems are often discovered very late. Sometime at the time of UAT or the testing we recover the issue. An agile lower risk as issues are identified and addressed at a very early and frequently stages. So agile is a much better approach with respect to risk management as compared to waterfall. Now we are comparing an example for a building a website. So for waterfall approach, what we will do for requirement gathering, understanding the complete website requirements, discussing with the customer, then designing, create detailed designs for all pages. Implementation, develop all the pages and features. Testing, test the entire website. Deployment, launch the website. Maintenance, fix issues and update the site as needed as required. Then if we talk about in the agile approach, for sprint 1 we will plan, design, develop and test the home page. Sprint 2 is where basically we plan, design, develop and test the about page. Sprint 3, plan, design, develop and test the contact page. With each sprint a new part of the website is completed and functional, allowing for feedback and changes after each sprint. So if we talk about in summary, waterfall is a structured step-by-step approach suitable for projects with clear and unchanging requirements, good for predictable projects here as well. And when we talk about agile, is basically a flexible iterative approach that adapts to changes and delivers parts of the project regularly, good for projects with evolving requirements, and a need for frequent feedback.